All right, now we have Y14 men's epee gearing up on the final strip. On the right, we have Trull. And on the left, we have Say.
Maxwell Say, yeah, and AJ Trull. So these two fencers are epee fencers. Is this the first epee that we've seen?
I think we saw one other epee, one other epee bout.
We saw Y12. You're right.
Is this the first lefty we've seen?
We've seen a few in some pools, but not on the finals.
Yeah, not in the finals yet.
Yep. So this is going to be a great battle. I'm going to check and see
I read
what
something
these guys have
about
done.
the evolution of handedness.
Okay.
And left-handed people have an advantage in all combat sports, and that's actually why evolutionarily there are less left-handed people, so that they can continue having an advantage in combat.
Well, that's interesting, because if the populace is about 10% left-handed, take a guess what it's been on average in the last 3 Olympic Games in the fencing field.
Maybe 30%?
25%?
25%,
You got
yeah.
it.
Higher.
It's unbelievable.
My old club in Arizona, I think all the coaches, except for maybe one, were left-handed.
So
Bill Becker was your coach?
We've got AJ Trull from Ocean State Fencing Club. He is a C-rated fencer. He's won 1 gold, 1 bronze, and 2 other medal appearances so far this year.
I really like the sound of epee fencing.
You mean the clink?
The clink. There's clinking in the other weapons, but in epee it's a much heavier clink.
It's a very distinct clink.
Yeah.
I will say Trull, it's 1-1. On both actions he's attacked. One time he got hit, one time he scored. But he likes to take the blade and make an attack.
And we've got Maxwell Say, 13 years old. And he is a D-rated fencer, and he's received 2 bronze medals so far this season. So he is definitely the underdog in this situation. Not that either one of these kids is going to be an underdog, that's for sure.
We'll watch them fence, and so far they seem evenly matched.
So again, Trull with the attack. This time he was a little bit out of distance, and then able to say to block it, parry it, and make sure riposte, or just cause Trull to miss.
What is it about this left hand of the strip? It's like magnetic. Everybody just wants to be there.
He has a lot of supporters. What club is he from?
North Shore Fencers Club.
I'm guessing that's in Jersey.
No, I think it's in Long Island.
Long Island, the North Shore of
the
Long
North
Island.
Shore, yeah. I think. I think Ocean State Fencing Club, which is where Trull is from, I think might be in Rhode Island. I mean, isn't that the Ocean State?
I suppose so. We'll do some more state trivia for the 9 State Cup a little later.
Yes, 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 yes.
Ready, fence.
Matthew Say is a little bit more dancey on the left side. He's playing with the distance a little bit more.
Ready, fence.
Trull's been hit a couple of times. That was a straight attack, and he scored. He's been hit 3 times. He's scored twice. And I was going to suggest that maybe he tries second intention. And he did it just before that one, and there was no light. But I think second intention would be a good idea for him, because right now it's one-dimensional, like beat attack. I think he needs to mix it up a little bit.
Can you explain second intention
for
those
at home? Second
intention
means just to feint, to draw your opponent out, and then you're waiting for the opponent with a parry and a riposte.
And the word feint as well.
A feint means you go towards their target with the blade, making them think that you're going to hit to cause a reaction by the opponent.
And then go around it.
Yeah.
It's like a glamorous way of saying a fake. The feint.
Yeah, exactly.
French.
It's French. Exactly.
So the strip, or known internationally as the piste, has to be grounded so that when the fencers hit it, the light shouldn't go off. But there it did go off, so he has to connect the cord. There's a cord that goes from the machine to the strip.
And it looks like it's problematic.
This could be a call to the armorer.
Armorer to the rescue.
Armor to the rescue.
There should be a way for us to monetize that, like we call to the armor, like we Under Armour or something like that. We should.
The Armorers were Under Armour.
Exactly,
Yeah.
something.
That's a really smart marketing, branding thing. You should tell them about
You
it.
think so?
Yeah. I don't think any other sport has an armorer. Can you think of one?
Have to think about that.
Ground in here. I wonder if it's grounded at one of the external.
In 7th place from Riverville Country School.
Giving out the medals for the women's foil is Eli Dershowitz, our recent saber world champion.
And he is also at Tim Morehouse. He's at the club now twice a week. He's working with the kids, he's working with the juniors.
And he's training.
And he's training himself, yeah.
He's the world champion.
He is the world champion,
World
so that's
champion.
exciting.
Unbelievable.
And we were just talking about his big comeback against
Szilagyi?
Szilagyi, the past Olympic champion.
Three-time
Yeah.
defending.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then against Badzadze in the final, it was easy.
It was a weird bout because Badzadze has been great all year. He was far and away the best fencer in the world, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
And in that bout, he was just it wasn't walking. It wasn't working. I'm not taking anything away from Eli. Eli was great. He won. He beat everybody. He beat the top three. But Badzadze just seemed like he was just a little bit off in that bout.
Yeah, sometimes the matching just might not line up the way
Yeah.
you need it to.
Our silver medalist from Chippewa Fencing Club, Ray Spang.
But it's nice to see Eli. I think fencing is unique that the Olympians play a really big role in the youth in the sport.
It's great.
Grace, come back.
It's really good to have mentors like that and to look up to someone.
It's funny that you say that because, you know, I mentioned to other people, blah, 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 Olympians, I'll get to see I'll get to see the Olympic medal from Tokyo. You know, I think the Tokyo medals were made of recycled, of metal recycled from cell phone parts.
Oh, really?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I read that, I'm like, I'm so excited. I get to see one of these medals.
Yeah.
And I said this to somebody, and they're like, why would you get to see a medal? I'm like, I know people who are medalists. Like, I mean, we see in fencing, especially in the Northeast, you know, we see Olympians on a regular basis, which is great.
Wow.
And they're approachable too, is the thing.
Exactly. And they're with us. I mean,
They're people. They're normal
Yeah.
people.
Maya Lawrence, who won, I think, a bronze medal in the Olympics, it was either London or Rio, I don't remember, on the women's Epee team for the United States. She was at some event or whatever, someone dropped the medal and broke in half.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I did speak
Did they
to her,
fix it?
I spoke to her mom, Pat, and they were able to get a replacement medal somehow
Oh, my
that they got to
Lord.
Maya, who lives her life in France now.
Oh my goodness.
What
Yeah.
are the medals usually made of?
That's a good question.
I think every country has its own ability to change the way they're doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, that's something that we could research and find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have not heard about what the Paris Games are going to be yet.
And
Look how
that's
sweet-
coming up.
Look how sweet that is. Gold and silver hugging.
Aw. The funniest medal moment I saw was, I think, Div 1 men's saber in like 2014. They were playing telephone on the podium, where one guy whispered into another's
Oh,
ear, and then they were
hilarious.
passing it back and
That's
forth
great.
on the podium.
That's great.
That's great. Oh, and back to the strip. The armorer comes.
All right. Y14 men's epee.
You know what he's got there? He's got a new cord. So the connecting cord that went from the strip to the machine must have ripped. It happens sometimes. Maybe a blade hits it or something, because it's pretty much an easy fix. This should take 3 seconds and we should be ready to go.
A lot of fencers have to be electricians.
Yeah, I couldn't do it though.
Well,
Could you?
especially with foil and epee. I mean, they rewire their weapons constantly.
I hated it. I hated it. I just couldn't stand it. And luckily for me, Dave McConaughey, who was the coach at University of Pennsylvania, an Olympian himself, was great at it, and he would fix all my weapons. So thank you,
lucky.
Dave.
You were lucky. So I went to Temple University, and I was not a fencer in school, but I was friends with fencers. I was a rower, and Nikki Frank, you know, she was there when I was there. She was there for 50 years, so she was there when a lot of people were there, and she just retired last year.
Yep.
But I never knew until her retirement that her husband served as the team's armorer.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and it was funny at her retirement announcement.
Wow.
It was a little reception, and the university president came out, or the athletic director, one of the two, came up and said, you know, we are going to miss Nikki. She is an institution. She has been here for as long as anyone can remember. She's so good. But truly, we might miss her husband even more than her.
He retired with her.
Yes. Yeah.
That's sweet.
So Jenny Salmon now has a new armor. I don't know who it is, but yeah, it was a perfect package, right?
Yeah.
And it was probably created by necessity. Like, I need you to figure this out. You know, can you do that?
I love when couples work together in the same thing. All right, we have Matthew Say on the left. And
Maxwell Say.
Maxwell. Oh, I've been saying Matthew. Maxwell Say on the left and AJ Trull on the right.
And Trull is coming into this in 8th place. Maxwell Say is coming into this in 11th place. So neither one of these guys got the best results out of pools, which we were talking about. How, you know, sometimes when you're coming out of pools, you don't want to be at the top.
No.
Because then you're a target.
And sometimes you just don't know what's going to happen in the minefield of the table. You just don't know who gets eliminated. Maybe you got a lucky draw. You can never tell.
You could have the two strongest fencers facing off in the first D. Well, no, you couldn't actually. But
You could.
potentially.
I've seen it.
Yeah, if the pools go astray, that could happen.
Yeah.
Because sometimes someone has a really bad pool. One time I came out of pools like second in Div 1. It was like the best I had ever done in pools. And then my first bout was Kamali Thompson. And I'm like, this is so wrong. This is so sad. And then I think another time the same thing happened to me, and Dagmara Wozniak was my first bout. And both times
Welcome to the Olympics.
it was really sad. So I think it's best to do like your best in pools and lose a few points. Maybe lose a bout. All right, these boys are back.
4-2. It's going to be a long way to 15. Because these guys are fighting.
They're keeping the pressure on each other for sure. They're coming in and out, trying to find the timing.
So far, Trull has been the one taking the risk, and it paid off a couple of times, and he got hit a couple of times. Taking the risk means he made the action, an action like an attack.
Is it a calculated risk, would you say?
It's a calculated risk for sure, and the best thing about a calculated risk is that you set it up. You just don't do it from too far out of distance. But there, I think actually Trull was a little bit lucky because, say, parried he made the attack was pretty obvious it was coming. He made the parry, missed in the riposte. Trull scored on the remise or the second action.
So what I think is fascinating is when these guys come off the line, they're not jumping off the line like a saber fencer. They basically just start walking, right?
Very rarely do you see. I'd say took the risk there and scored.
Wow.
Yeah. Very rarely in Epee do you see them come bursting off the line. Every now and then, but generally it's more of a plotting thing and setting it up.
They're more conniving, and they have to wait a little longer.
They definitely aren't calculating. You could say conniving. Yeah.
Conniving, that's kind of a evil spin
right.
to it.
Saber doesn't have enough time to be conniving, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be a different word.
Conniving in a split second. But I always wonder what epeists are thinking about when they're bouncing, because they have a lot of time to think, but maybe their brain is racing with all kinds of options.
Yeah.
I want to know I want to hear their inner monologues right now.
Well, Trull in that last action actually did the second intention we talked about earlier. That was a single intention. Really didn't set it up from sort of at a distance. Say just scored on the counterattack. But Trull in the previous action sort of bounced forward trying to draw Tsei's attack and waited for a riposte. I think that's a tactic he should employ again.
It's almost as if he could hear you coaching him from the table over here.
Well, that was a beautiful riposte. So this time Tsei got a little bit of a little antsy and attacked, with no real plan and got riposted.
So, Jillian, I have to mention that you got a little fan mail.
I got a little fan mail.
On the YouTube comments. Commentator Jillian has such insight from Adam B.
That's cute. That's my boyfriend.
That's
really?
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope that it's your boyfriend or your dad.
Yeah.
Ready.
So we've got for now. But please do, if you want to comment, we would appreciate it. Any comments, any questions, anything you want to know about fencing? We've got the expert here. The Olympic commentator for London and Rio is sitting right next to me.
Well,
So
maybe Jillian's boyfriend will say something nice about me as well.
Jeff is really great.
Come on, Adam.
yep,
On guard.
we all like a little love.
Ready, Ben.
So your book, will you?
Oh,
Oh, that was danger.
Ooh. What happens when they cross?
halt.
You have to halt.
You call halt, and even if the light goes on before the word comes out of the referee's mouth, the halt is determined by the action, not what the referee says.
Right.
That's good for safety.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the tempo here because it looked like Say was about to attack and then he slowed down.
You don't say.
You don't say.
Uh-huh. There you go. You got your one in.
I got it.
Ooh, a jump.
Now, you see what the referee did there?
He just shook his head no.
The referee did not call halt. A lot of referees would have called halt too early there. This referee, Nick Bentley, did an excellent job by not calling the halt. And he shook his hand because Say asked, well, didn't something happen? Didn't he pass me? Is what he asked, and Bentley said no. Because the knee-jerk reaction for a referee, especially an inexperienced one, is to call a quick halt. The best thing, or strong referees will call a late halt unless there's a dangerous situation.
So you just said something. So if Trull had crossed behind Say and then somehow got the light on, would that have not been valid?
That would have not been valid.
Did not know that.
Because I think I
Oh.
used. Whoa.
Now
Pokey,
Bentley
pokey.
again with a very good job there because
He
he
let
had
it play
both
out.
he had both feet off the strip. You can't score when you're off the strip.
I used to think that Epee reffing was supposed to be really easy because if both lights come on, both people get a point, but you have to pay a lot of attention.
We have not seen that once in this bout.
Yeah, wait,
We've had no doubles.
No doubles.
no doubles.
So it's funny you say that. George Kolombadovich, rest in peace, was a great referee emeritus, Olympic referee. And he taught me something once. He says you have to pay attention because he says you could be napping 95% of the time out there, daydreaming, but if you're not awake the other 5%, you're going to do a horrible job.
Right.
And
It's like being in the outfield in baseball.
Exactly. It was a great advice from George.
So we are in the first break. We're at the 9-State Fencing Cup, live from Stamford, Chelsea Piers. And we are watching the Y14 men's epee final between AJ Trull and Maxwell Say. We are at 8-7, so it is super tight. It does not feel like it's been super tight, though.
Well, how did it feel for you so far?
It felt for me like that Say is leading the way, but Trull is right there with him. So
I
how
sort
is-
of felt that way too, but
Yeah.
somehow it's basically tied. It's a
evened
point
out,
flip. Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy how it's been tied, but without double touches.
Yeah,
They're just going
yeah.
back and forth with one light, which is great. They do feel very evenly matched.
Yeah.
And this is the final period.
Yeah, we have 3 minutes.
There are 3 3-minute periods, and we are in the third period. This is going to be the end no matter what. It's either going to be 15 points very quickly.
Ooh, I love the bell.
Or it's just going to be whoever can persevere through 3 minutes.
And the best part, they're going for touches. There's no unwillingness to fence, non-combativity, passivity, whatever it's been called for the last 20 years. It's so unfortunate that became such a staple of the weapon.
Yeah.
After that bout, you said with the
It was Estonia
Estonia.
and Hungary. Yeah, men's.
There you go,
epee.
Trull. So maybe the action is moving over here a little bit.
Ben.
ooh,
Twisty, twisty.
he thinks that they crossed.
Yeah.
But the referee disagrees.
I didn't see any. No
He's
reason
got
for a
the
halt there.
perspective.
Trull, good try by Trull there. He made a parry post. He hit 3 of them. He just missed, and
Yeah.
it was a good action. It just didn't work out for him. But that did.
My coach always used to tell me even if you do an action and it doesn't work, that's still part of the strategy of the bout. You have to remember that you did it,
And it didn't
and
work.
your opponent remembers you did it, and they might not try it again because they know you're capable of it.
This is true.
Okay, it is point for point here.
It seems like Trull's hand is always straight.
It's straight out. He attacked from out of distance. Okay, the aggression is great. He was out of distance, and he missed, and the opponent hit. And that's happened a few times. At least try to set it up. Don't rush it.
Okay. We are going point for point. It looks like Trull is getting just a little bit more aggressive to get in there. Say is doing a great job, though. Keeping the pressure.
10-10. Ooh. Oh. The squatting was definitely a choice there.
That was a choice.
To squat and kind of change his height.
Also to minimize your field, right?
Now this.
You pause the core, and you get the one out. You pause the core, and then you hit.
So here what the referee is saying, the rules are clear, that body contact necessitates a halt. No new action can begin after the halt. But the referee Bentley said here that Trull ran into him like a train, and the other guy's allowed to make his immediate action, which he did. So that's a close one. That could be argued the other way.
Oh.
But I'm going to go with Bentley on
Wow.
this one because of the way it happened. Thank you.
Ready, fence.
There is some nuance to Epee.
That's one of the nicest touches of the whole bout.
Yeah.
There. See that, right?
Under the arm.
Under the arm. On the wrist is great by Trull.
I'm waiting for some toe touches. That's
We haven't even
I love a toe touch.
We haven't even seen the feint.
No.
No.
Well, we are seeing a game right
This
now.
time Trull again made the straight attack. But this time, Say was leaning forward. He wasn't going backwards, and that's why Trull was able to hit him with the flush so easily like that.
Yeah.
Because the distance was closer.
Yep.
And here I thought we weren't going to get to 15 points. Oh!
And this time, on the same attack, Say
same
was able
thing.
to take a retreat and to find the blade.
Okay, 14-13.
They're learning from the past.
Exactly the opposite of the previous action.
Oh, come on.
Ooh. This is when it gets
I
exciting.
did not expect that one.
No, Say tried to close
I
it
thought
out.
Say had it.
Yeah, and Trull was waiting with a beautiful riposte from the inside line, the 4 line.
So these guys, when they're done, they are exhausted because they've been bouncing for the last 10 minutes.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. What's happened?
His weapon is loose or his glove is wet? No, his weapon was loose. He wants to tighten it. No, he doesn't want it.
Ready, fence.
Drama.
Walk us through what just happened.
So what happened here is the theme of the entire bout. Congratulations to Say. That's a great bout for both of them. There's a theme of Trull attacking. And when Say would take a step back, he would get the touch every single time. And that's how he ended the bout.
Okay, so we are going to get Maxwell Say over here. Do you want to stay or you want to? Okay. We're going to bring Maxwell Say in. We're going to get close. Come on in. Come on in, sweaty Maxwell Say.
We'll give you some headphones.
And then we're going to go straight on to cadet men's foil finals.
Yeah.
Maxwell, come on in. Take a seat.
Oh,
Come closer. I know you're sweaty, but you're going to have to be in.
Congratulations. Way to go.
thank you.
Great job.
Congratulations. I'll give you a fist bump. So you seemed to dominate at the beginning of that,
Yeah.
and then you were matched point for point.
Yeah, it was a close bout. I think he figured me out for a little bit, and I had to change a little bit, and then I pulled it off at the end.
Yeah. Yes, you did pull it off.
Yeah.
Did you I mean, were you strategizing behind this, or were you just like, I got to get it done?
I was just waiting for his attack the whole time, and I was trying to be ready for that the whole time.
It seemed to me that was the theme of the bout. The last touch was basically what happened all about. You scored like 6 or 7 that when he would make his long flush, if you took the step back, you would generally parry it.
Yeah, that's what I did the whole time.
But at 14-13, you tried to close it out with an attack. Do you feel that maybe you rushed that a little bit?
I think I got a little nervous.
Yeah.
I probably could have stayed back, waited for him, but
But it was also a good surprise tactic because he probably wasn't expecting
That's
it.
what I was
If
thinking.
it scores, it's a great move, but it just seemed like you might have rushed it just a tad. But great, that was a great job, great tactics there.
thank
So this
you.
is your first gold of the season.
First goal of the season, yep.
And what's your next stop on this circuit?
I'm trying to do cadets, like right now, right afterwards,
Oh,
yeah.
seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you have another jacket. Or I hope you have a lot of hydration, one or the other.
Yeah, I have.
So,
I've heard so much today.
I mean,
so much.
here's the thing. You win a cup. We should bring one over here. The 9 State Fencing Cup is an actual crystal cup that you get to drink out of or do whatever out of. What will you be drinking out of it?
I'm gonna drink my coconut water. Right now, I'll drink it while I'm fencing.
Fantastic. Extra hydration from coconut water. They are going to give you medals momentarily, so thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting.
Way to
we
go.
hope to see you again.
We hope so.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Sweaty. Okay. We are, whoops, there you go. We are next up with the, I'm going to mark this down. We are next up with cadet men's foil. Why do we get all stopped up like this?
How does that happen?
How does that happen? I have a theory. I mean, the slower events, you know, I mean, a foil event and a foil